Hello, welcome back. This is Kenji1913, and we are Let's Playing Gabriel Knight 3, Blood of the Sacred, Blood of the Damned. And in the last episode, we heard Gracie's story about Gabriel, or about the last scion, and how Prince James is the last scion, and this, that, and the other. And yeah, he might be the last guy of Christ or something. So we're gonna. That's why someone wants the baby. Oh, look what we got here. We got a Mosley fingerprint. No one say anything about Mosley?
What the hell are you doing?
Playing harmonica.
Okay, stupid question. Why are you taking Mosley's prints?
The guy is about as innocent as a French dance troupe. I don't know what he's guilty of, but he's guilty of something.
He's not on Sydney's suspect list.
Well, gee, guess he can't be a suspect then, can he?
Yeah,
Meaning that you can't scan that print in. Leave it on the desk and I'll add him in later.
but I'll. There's all kinds of evidence going on. Can I go? So yeah, she's reading some book about, how, Jesus had a kid, kind of Dan Brown like, Dogma. You remember Dogma, that movie by Kevin Smith? There was Dogma. Alright, so Wilkes and Botticelli or whatever were drinking. Let's use some fingerprints here. Something over here.
Got it.
Ta-da!
That's Botticelli's print. It matches the one I already have. I don't need it again.
What about the green one then? How do you know what Botticelli's print looks like anyways?
Got it.
There we go. There's Wilkes's fingerprint. Ta-da.
This print doesn't look anything like the one I got off Botticelli's suitcase. It must be Wilkes's glass. I'll mark it.
Let's see. Go down to the fingerprint of Wilkes. Walk the second floor. Brush the label. Bottle in. Use the tape. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, let's go see Sydney again. But yeah, so I do apologize for not uploading in a bit, but I did make an announcement video about it. I am gonna try and beat Gabriel Knight before I head off to wherever the hell it is. Yeah, so let's turn on Sydney. Yeah, see, one thing I do kind of miss, like, even though you're using your own computer or whatever, or you're using your own thing, you could, you should be able to, they should have made the scene where he was talking, or Grace was talking about that stuff. They should have made it more cinematic instead of leaving it to me to, Let's see. John Wilkes. Alright, open file. Wilkes' print. Link to suspect. There we go. So make the ID button and select reporter. Alright. For Gabriel. Reporter. Make the ID and select report. Choose freelance ID. And select print identification to print ID.
Hey, that should work.
That's kind of neat. You can make fake IDs. Oh right, we want to add Sydney's
That analyze stuff is Gracie's thing. You know how women get when you tread on the turf?
Oh, you know what? We gotta add that tape of the guy talking, Buccelli or whatever his name is. All right, let's translate. We're gonna open up his tape from Italian to English. Translate now. Alright, so now it's translated.
Interesting conversation.
Alright, so let's read it here. The Bureau of Internal Affairs, please. Father Grenna. This is Father Buccelli. How are you? Good, good. Yes, I'm still here. Something extraordinary happened. There have been murders. 2 men. I saw them myself this morning. I have no idea. Well, it must be important. They didn't look like locals. I couldn't say. White. European, probably. The throat were cut, but as I am remembering, there was no blood at all. I don't believe it so, but yes, I'll try to learn more. So far, this is the first sign of activity, yes. And also with you. Goodbye, Father Grenna. So there you go. Translating from town. Select suspects. Yeah, I already did that. Alright, exit the hotel and use the thing. I already put Wilkes's license and his thing in here, so we're all good. Alright, let's leave. Why is this like this?
Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Yeah, what the hell is... There we go. I was gonna say, what the hell is going on? Alright, so now that we're done here, we can leave the hotel. Walk over to the, thing. Chateau de Blanchefort. Chateau de Blanchefort. But yeah, so sometimes I wish the scenes like with, you know, like that gray scene, perfect spot where they should have had someone talking. Like they should have had it more cinematic. Like Gabriel sits down, Mosley's drinking, and they did like a director where they did like a camera. All right, where's the chateau? What am I looking for? The Blanchefort. And now we gotta wait for Estelle to drive by. When she does, click on it and follow. And we're gonna follow them to their site. Yeah, let's not have that go on here. You know, the countryside doesn't look so nice. I will admit that. It looks kinda ugh. The wind sounds are really nice. Here we go. No, 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 no. God damn it. But yeah, apparently there are only 3 days in this game. Apparently. Which I did not know. I thought that there were more. But I guess, let's save our game. This is, P, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, I don't know, I'm just putting P. I don't care. I don't know the alphabet, I'm stupid. Well, I do know the alphabet, but I put myself under a lot of pressure. N, M, N, O, P. Yeah, alright, I'm right, yes. Okay, here she comes. Here she comes, just walking down the street. So yeah, I don't know why she's out here. She's driving without her lady, but we're gonna follow her. I'm not sure where she's going, but she is.
Still stopped in the middle of nowhere, as far as I can tell.
Alright, so let's head into Lady Howard's still sight. And I want to say I already got their license plate. I'm pretty sure I already got it. I'll write it down again. You know what? I should have put that in there.
I already have the license plate number, and I don't need the tire tread.
Alright, well, let's find out where the hell they are. Maybe up over here? I don't see them. Maybe over here? No. Are they across the street here? No. Well, then they must be around here somewhere. Can't go up over here. I guess they're in further then. There she is.
Hi, Estelle. Everything okay?
Did you follow me here, Mr. Knight?
Me? Uh-huh. I just stopped to see if you needed help.
I do not need help, but thank you for your concern.
Don't mention it.
Let's talk about some things, huh?
So, how come Lady Howard's not with you? Kinda joined at the hip, ain't you?
She's had a very difficult morning. I would have stayed with her, but time is of the essence.
What do you mean time?
How did you meet Lady Howard, anyway?
Her family was the largest landholders in my village. I knew her growing up, of course, but we never played together. She made quite a name for herself on the stage, you know, when she was younger.
Huh.
And I was working in London myself as a nurse. I went to see her perform. Well, we became friends. When my father died and left me the cottage, we moved back to Hampstead. It's not exactly the manor she was born to, but it was sold years ago. Ironically, it's on the market again.
Really? Is that
Does
why
Lady Howard still perform?
Well, she's taking a break from her career.
Is that why she needs the money?
So, what's out here?
You can see for yourself.
Doesn't look like anything to me. But then you wouldn't be here if that was the case now, would you?
Some people don't care to tell other people their business.
Oh, that's kind of rude, isn't it? It was a perfectly friendly question.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that Lily really prefers we keep our business to ourselves. Some people can be ruthless, you know, particularly...
Men?
Well, now that you've said so yourself.
So this is the spot you and Lady Howard are betting your treasure hunting dollars on, huh?
Really? I wish you wouldn't ask such things.
Hey, just curious.
Yeah, let's ask her about
I don't
the treasure.
believe in the treasure myself. All that stuff about ciphers and nonsense.
Saunier didn't conjure that money.
Well, I'm not saying he didn't find something, but what if he took all there was?
I don't believe it. There's got to be something here,
And we've got to find it? Why is that, Miss Stiles?
It's none of your business. I'm sorry, but that's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah, they need that money just like, what's his name needs that money? Bialystok. I want that money! Because they gotta pay for their debts back at home. Tree, get out of my way. Alright, let's get back on the bike. Now that we know where they are, we can get over here and ride the bike. Yeah, I'm not sure why it, like, does that where it gets on, like, a weird angle or whatever. Alright, so we're gonna head to the chateau here. And I am going to save my game, because this seems like it's going to be a dangerous area. And you never know with the Gabriel Knight stuff that happens. Hell, we're dealing with vampires.
They're closed, and I don't think it's worth breaking in just to taste some wine.
Yeah, maybe, let's knock on the door. See if we can talk to someone in here. Sometimes the best route is the most direct route.
Je regrette, mais nous sommes fermés.
I have no idea what you just said, but
Yes, what is it you want?
Alright, let's show them the press.
My name's Knight. I'm a reporter. I'm doing a feature on Languedoc wineries, and I'd love to include you in my spread.
Alright, that's a little bit better, right?
I'll see if the chateau owner is free.
Bonjour, Monsieur Knight. I'm Excelsior Montreuax, the owner and viticulturist of Chateau de Serre.
Nice of you to see me, Mr. Montreuax. I should have made an appointment, but I get better results just knocking about. The best places don't advertise.
Ah, well, how true. Now allow me to take you to the wine tasting room. Marceau?
Alright, so we're gonna head over, talk to the vampire. Although he might not be 100% whole vampire, just due to the fact that he,
What would you like to serve, sir?
Ah, are you a red man or a white? No. Let me guess. Red, yes?
Gosh, it shows, huh?
Do you like it dry?
Oh, hell, I'd drink dust if I could.
Well, let's see then. Perhaps the 76
oh,
Merlot.
that's a
Yes,
good year. Can I talk to you or what? Yeah, but there's no way this guy with his weird paintings and his pentagram lasers is not a vampire. I mean, I might be spoiling it a little bit, but seriously.
I'm terribly sorry that you caught us unprepared today. We were about to shut the main gate.
Everything's all right, I hope.
Oh, yes. Here, anyway. The constable called a little while ago. There was a murder in the vicinity last night.
A murder?
It's very unusual, I assure you. But I suppose even here we're not immune. Oh, well, we should let it breathe for a moment.
Right. Nothing worse than suffocated wine.
That's honestly not a bad,
Are you from this area, Mr. Montreuax?
Yes and no. I grew up in Paris, but my family has owned this estate for decades. My wife and I permanently settled here some years ago. Children do take pleasure in the country air.
Oh, you got kids?
Oh yes, a beautiful daughter who is away at school, and my firstborn son, Enoch. He's 12. Have you children?
No.
But you must. Oh, children are every man's right to immortality.
Well, It's not the kid part I mind so much as the marriage part.
Oh, no, a wife need not be a burden if she knows her place. Her role is to serve you, after all, to care for home and heirs and leave a man to pursue nobler things.
Boy, do we live in different worlds. What kind of training do you need to be a viticulturist?
The lessons I consider most valuable came from my father. He was quite a master.
A master, huh?
I ran into an interesting tourist angle today. Seems the Holy Grail is supposed to be around here.
Oh, the Grail is a marvelous legend. But most stories are ignorant of the true meaning of the Grail. You see, the Grail has far less to do with Christ than with an idea. The fountain of youth, the eternal flame, the philosopher's stone.
All of those are related to the Grail?
Oh, yes. The Grail is that thing, that one thing, or whatever symbol you use for it, that represents completion, perfection, the absolute. Do you understand now?
Well, no, not really.
Turning base lead into pure gold, that is the alchemist's aim. But it's not about real lead and real gold. It's symbolic. Man is the lead, God is the gold. Man to God, that is the alchemist's goal. That is the Holy Grail.
Huh. But I thought with the Grail, it was actually the blood. The blood in the Grail that was the the immortal thing.
Well, of course. The blood is the elixir of life, the juice of the forbidden fruit.
The juice of the forbidden fruit?
No, never mind. Dusty old theories are a hobby of mine. Let's stick to the wine, shall we?
Yeah, you and your Grail.
Do you know anything about the murder?
No, not really. There were two men, neither of them from here by the sound of it.
Yeah, sure, you don't know anything.
Do you believe the stories about a local treasure?
Indeed. It is in my soil, monsieur.
Yeah.
What exactly is viticulture?
You are a wine critic, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, what's your definition?
Well, to me, viticulture is about breeding, and I don't mean the mechanics of grafting. Grafting is only a tool. What's meaningful is the essence of the two vines you're combining. There are literally thousands of grapes, and most viticulturists choose from well-known stock. But my father always bred his own grapes, and has passed down some very rare species.
I'm fascinated.
Really? Well, I don't want to bore you.
I'm a little bored.
I'd like to hear more about your breeding program.
Yeah, how's
You
that
won't
work?
reveal my secrets?
For my ears only.
Very well. The secret is in mixing the best strains, of course. But there is an art to it. My father taught me to visualize the ideal grape. Once you can visualize this perfect fruit, you can analyze even the best stock and see where it is lacking, in color or body, for example. Or perhaps it could be just a touch sweeter or lighter. And the trick is to find a grape equally fine, but one which is perfect in exactly those areas which the first grape is flawed. The marriage of these two vines will produce an heir, and then this heir undergoes the same process, you see.
Oh, don't you ever get where you're going?
Eventually. But even in the interim, your grape will soon be far superior to anyone else's. Try the wine, Mr. Knight.
I'm sure it tastes like blood. Sweet, sweet blood.
Wow, that's good.
This fruit did not come about by accident. It is the result of thousands, even millions of crossbreedings. Everything that it is today is a result of that hereditary tree. Don't you think it is ironic that a grape or even a dog or a cat should be so carefully bred? but that most humans depend on such a silly thing as love.
Then again, there is something to be said for spontaneity.
Is there?
I feel like I've stepped into the movie sideways with all this grape talk.
You know, hearing you talk, it reminds me of something. What is it?
Alchemy? The transmutation of the philosopher's stone?
Nope, that's not it. It was Ask Mr. Science. Y'all get that program here?
Television? I'm afraid not.
Well, they had this bit about DNA. Kind of how DNA has this funny pasta shape. But it's really billions and billions of instructions, kinda. You get into DNA with your breeding program at all?
Actually, DNA is an interesting issue, Mr. Knight. Did you know that the magic alchemists used was based on an intuitive understanding of the principles of DNA?
I'll be darned.
But to answer your question, no. I have my own ways of testing the vines, and they're far older and more traditional than DNA testing. Excuse me. Allo, ici Excelsior. Ah oui. Préparez notre leçon. Forgive me, I'm afraid I must return to the house. The news of the murder has quite upset my wife. Besides, my son awaits his afternoon lesson.
Well, thanks for the interview, Mr. Montreuax.
You're most welcome. Au revoir, Mr. Knight.
Yeah, you don't have a wife.
Kind of a nice fella.
I don't know, his wife, maybe she's that old lady. Alright, now that we've talked to Montreuax, let's head back to the chateau, or the hotel. Yeah, you know, what stuff about alchemy, you know, and the Philosopher's Stone reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist. Now, don't get me wrong, the, you know, that stuff is kind of interesting, but I've heard it a lot throughout other video games and media and all that. You know. And yeah, the blood is supposed to be, you know, the blood of Christ is supposed to make you immortal or whatever. But, just the water in the cup, you know, symbolizes his blood, apparently, or something. I don't know. I'm not usually a religious fella. Not anymore. Anyways, let's head into our room and see if Gracie's got anything else. Yep. And now that we're in here...
So where's Mosley?
Hey guys, it's 5.
Thank you, O guardian of the clock.
Okay, don't start, you two. I want to hear what happened.
You mean at Chateau de Serras? You're right. The guy's probably into one of these secret societies. You should have heard him go on about alchemy, but I don't know. He seemed more bookish than anything.
I say anyone who's involved with these secret societies is a big suspect.
Speaking of which, Larry Chester is definitely lying. He said McDougal and Mallory just stopped by last night for directions. I couldn't get him to crack.
Who's this? Chester?
That's right.
Interesting. I'll get started on the treasure angle. Check out the museum and church tonight. That book really got my juices flowing.
So that's what it takes.
Huh?
So, are we gonna eat or what? I'm starved.
Well, actually, Grace and I had talked about catching up.
That's okay, Mose. I want to stick with my research for a while. Why don't you and Gabriel go?
I can wait till later if you...
No, I think that's a great idea. In fact, I think we should be going right now, shouldn't we, Mose?
See ya.
See, Grace, maybe after dinner.
Alright, so now we're into the next section, I believe the final section of day 2. So I'm actually going to save it. And, yeah, I'm going to stop the video here, and then the next episode, we're going to continue on. I've been Kenshin1913. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.